Hello, everyone, and welcome back to All Indie. Today, we've got some more dev talk. I'm here with Thaptam of the game Hogvalord. You're the lead developer, right? Or like the only developer?
Yeah, I am the only developer, the solo game developer.
Oh, wow.
I
Okay.
start the project is like uh, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, yeah.
Oh, wow. You started this 2 years ago?
Yeah, I started this game 2 years ago. I ran my first code like from 2019, September 2019.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So before we start talking about the game, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, thank you for having me to have a chance to share my myself background. Like I am the game developer for like 10 years, but I don't have my real project for myself. So I work for some company before like Gameloft and one U.S. company, Ventana, and then I come back to my country and start my own game. So this that is the one you show on your screen.
Oh, wow. Okay. So we were talking a little bit earlier. You said you got your master's degree in computer science, right?
Yeah, yes, that's true.
So I'm curious, did that education help you with game development, or is game development like a completely new hobby for you?
Uh, Actually, that's one really helped me for developing my game. Like there's some fundamentals knowledge that I study through my master program, and then really helped me in developing my game. But the game development is like my passion in many years. Like I start my career in a studio game in Vietnam. This one is like Game Love. Maybe you guys heard about Game Love before,
I feel like
but
I've heard
yeah,
about Gameloft.
yeah. So I worked for them like 4 years, and then I moved to other game company in my country, and there's like 2017, I decide to uh, follow my master degree in the US, and I learned a lot of knowledge about computer science that can help me to developing my game. And also the experience when I working for the US company also helped me too. That's a good thing.
Good, awesome. So how did you originally get into gaming?
Oh, it's very it's a long story. Like the my first year in the college when I study in my country, my bachelor degree. So I start to have the question about how people can create a game. So then from that time, I start finding my finding the answer for my question about how to make a game. So that's the time I was 18, and then like it's very hard for me to how to say to find any documentation about the game development because like last time there's no the internet is not was not popular in my country. Right? And
Yeah.
there's no there's no many online tutorials about making games, because almost the game companies, they have their own series about making games. They have their own game engine. That's the commercial game engine. So you cannot find any kind of free stuff on the internet to use. So that's the time. So I start to make my first game with Visual Basic 10 years ago.
Oh wow, visual going way back, Visual Basic.
Yes. So that's time I used Visual Basic with DirectX 7. I built the game from scratch, but it's really it was really hard time.
Yeah, I bet. I spent about 2 years in school in a computer science degree. And I can't
Yeah,
imagine.
oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, I can't imagine what my experience would have been like without Google. So I imagine trying to build a game from scratch without some kind of source must have been really difficult.
Yeah, that's so hard. When you start from scratch, so you have to start with some kind of low level graphic API like DirectX or OpenGL or something like that. Right now we have the I say Vulkan. Is that correct?
I think so. Yeah,
Vulkan.
that sounds correct.
Yeah. But this is the time it's very easy for everyone to start making their own game or start to study about game development, because we have many free game engine like Unity, like Godot, Unreal Engine, and many other game engine too. I follow the one of the one YouTube channel. So there's the guys. He's follow every game engine new or own to. So he updates very frequently about game engines, free game engines, open source, many things about that one.
Oh wow.
So I think this is this year, this is a time for people to if they want to follow the game development. So it's a good time for starting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Unity, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this game is built in Unity, correct?
That's correct. I use Unity for more than 5 years.
Oh wow. Okay, so you're pretty experienced.
Oh yes, I have to uh, use Unity in many projects before, when I work with my own company, Ventana. So they use Unity to develop their product. So I have a chance to improve my how say my skill about Unity game engine. So that
Yeah.
helped me a lot. Yeah.
So did you is so how much of this game is like, are they from Unity asset libraries? Did you do a lot of the programming?
I try my best to when you are a solo game developer, and you don't have the large budget to
Right.
support for your development, right? So uh, you have to try your best to use the access in the access store. So so in this game I use I can say I used a lot. I use a lot like more than five asset package on the Unity. So like the 3D asset, you can see the stone and some kind of buildings in the game, so like house and trees, so and some free stuff like shader, some kind of shader, like to create the material for those things. So I used more than five access package on
Yeah.
Unities, and the rest of the game. So I had to make, I had to create the 3D asset by myself, and then you can see the 2D element like the UI. So that's one is like I had to create by myself, and so the time when I start the project, so I am the solo developer, and then when the after that after like 1 year and a half, so I have a friend to help me with the 2D character too. So that means like I cover like more than 75% of the workload in this project. This includes like everything like game design, story, UI design, and also the 3D stuff too. And then I use like a Blender to create a 3D access and something like some kind of fruit and structures in the game, and some some characters in the game too. But like yeah, you can I use a lot of game assets. Sorry
Yeah.
about mumbling.
Well, I would too. I was just kind of curious. I would too if I was a solo developer on a game like this. This game, to me, feels, for a solo developer, feels like a lot of work. I mean, 2.5 years, and the game is set to come out in Q2 here, pretty quick, right?
Yes, that is my goal. Like you can see like many the projects that failed before. Is that right? Yeah. You can see many projects fail before because like the scope is too big.
Yeah.
So I think like we should limit the scope of the game when we are a solo game developer. So I limit the scope of this game. Like I set the deadline, my first deadline for this project. So I want to finish the project within like 1 year and a half. But then the estimate is not like really correct. So I
Right.
have to spend like more than 1 more years because like at that time I felt like the games is not enough. Like because the story is not really like exciting, and the flow of the games and the challenge of the game is not enough, and some content is not enough too. But like because like my budget is limited, so
You're right.
I have to limit the scope, and then find a way to shorten the story, and then keep it like short. I mean, and like the most challenge for the the most challenging is this project is like the game is linear story, but the you have many you have like you have more than one way to solve the the quest in the game, but you have to follow the story, and then I have to keep the story short, within my budget, within my time, and I want to like release the game as soon as possible. Uh, because this is my my first game on Steam.
Oh wow,
This
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Actually, it's very soft for the this kind of game, but I want to like keep the total playing hours in like within like 8 hours, so you don't
Eight,
have to
really?
spend you don't have to spend so much time for playing one game. You don't have to stick with it forever. That's my idea when I start the project.
Okay. So I think the scope of this game is in my opinion seems fairly large, because you've got combat, you can chop down trees, you can mine rocks. Like you said, there's quests, characters, there's building. I mean, I think my question is there like a feature, or is there something that hasn't made it into the game because it was a little outside of your scope, or is there something that you're still working on, you're hoping to fit in the game before it comes out?
Everything you see in the demo is really they are the features in the game. Everything you see on the demo is the features in the game,
Wow, okay.
and yeah, and for the demos, it's just like you can like spend like 30 minutes. If you know, if you are the creator of the game, you know how long is you need to spend to finish the first like the the first part of the story, and what you have in your hand right now is like you can like finish it in 30 minutes. I think so, maybe more. But I have my a friend tried this before, and he's like spent 1 hour to complete the just the first quest.
Just the first
That's
quest?
yeah, because like the way I design this one is not like you have to solve many quests in the story. Actually, in this game, you don't have some kind of side quest or something like that, but you have the big goal. You have the big goal in the story, and then like you have to like the player will like do something like raise beauty at the farm, and then raise his animals, and then protect the animals, and then keep continue to like raising something, earn money, and then like create something. So
Okay.
you spend like many time in the game, but I keep this like limit in just like 8 hours for the whole story.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, did you is that because it's 8 hours is within your scope, or did you want to add more to the story, or I mean, or was that just kind of how it worked out? You were like, this is all I want to put into the game. It's 8 hours long. That's perfect.
Actually, like that is the own features I want to put in the game. So my approach is like I design the game loop and have the features to support the game loop. You know,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
then actually I have the basic concept about the story too, but like the game mechanics is the first one, and every like features will support for the game the game loops have so you need to create a game loop, and then you add the features to support that kind of loop, and then you have the story behind. So that's in my approach to when I create this one, and then um, I limit because we have the limitation about the time and the budget, so I have to like get rid of some content because because it's like I don't have enough resource to make that one happen. So this the own feature just I put into this one is like my is everything I can do for that limitation.
I see. Okay. So, uh, you've mentioned the story of this game a lot. Uh, the demo kind of gives a little peek into it. The main character Lucas is a former royal family servant, and he's come back to see his parents, and he's gonna go be a hog master.
Yeah.
This, and maybe this is just me, but that is a really interesting and creative story. I mean, how did you come up with that? What were some of your inspirations for it?
Yeah, like the idea about the farming games is not like so new to for many people, right? So many game developer was inspired from like farming game like Harvest Moon, like Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, that's a very popular setting story with some guys or girls like start the farming lifestyle, but like in the very peaceful, how to say, peaceful lifestyle. So I also got inspiration from the farming style too. But like I more than those stuff.
I'm sorry. Can you ask that one more time?
I got inspired from the Don't Starve too. Don't Starve, the survival game, very famous.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, also I like the something like the mix between like farming and survival. So the story is actually like I got inspiration from my from our like historical too. Like there's some big countries want to invade another smaller country. Like that's happened before in through the history many times. So I got that inspiration. So this, uh, but in this game you are not the hero. you know, you're not the
Right.
hero. You're just a normal guys. You don't have any superpower. You don't have the magical skills. You don't have anything. You just have your skill. You just have your thinking. So that's how you like survive and then thriving and then like contribute for your country.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, that's
That's
kind of the background for the story. Yeah,
I like it. That's pretty. That's noble, I would say.
I would say. Oh, thank you.
Uh,
Um,
so we've talked quite a bit again about the story and the a lot of the farming revolves around hogs, which to me feels like kind of a strange animal to be the lord of. Is there any particular reason that you picked hogs?
oh, yeah, that's some. Well, so this is some kind of behind the scene, like when I start to make my first game, you know what I did? I tried to mimic the Harvest Moon.
You tried to make Harvest Moon, okay.
Yeah, I tried to create something like Harvest Moon, but like at that time, like I only have the Visual Basic, and like my experience about programming, about drawing, designing, everything is like so limited.
Yeah.
So that is the only way I can think of is like I can create something like pet farm, something like you start your farm with only like on animal, like just like pig or hog or something like that. And when I choose that this animal is like because like there's a reason, like you use you when you go to the supermarket, you purchase the ingredient for your meal. So you always see like there's some kind of meat like beef, pork, something like that. But like like hogs, I think hogs is like the the very popular meat for many people. And then like we eat pork a lot, and that animal is easy to like raising more than other things. Like if you want to raise the the cows, you have to like growing something, grass and anything, and then you have to many things to support the cow when it growing. But for hogs, it's very easy to very easy to raise the hog. Just like give it something and then it eat, sleep, and then grow. Like this easy.
Yeah.
For me, like
Yeah.
something like it's very easy to raise the hog. And
Right.
then it's like I also did my own research about hogs, and then I know something interesting about in the history when the Columbus go to he explored the American continent. So in the ship, they have they decide to browse the horse with them because like it's easier for them. Like the size of the horse is like smaller than the cow, and then it's easy to how say survive in many different kind of environments. You know.
Sure.
So this is very interesting for me. Like, okay, so this is good. So I choose this one.
Okay.
And then, like, for many people, like, hogs is like cute. Another
Right.
reason. Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty interesting. So,
There's so
uh,
many things I can talk about this one.
so, something that we don't get to see in the demo, and I think this is going to pertain to hogs. You eventually, or from what I found on your website, it says you'll eventually be able to run your own business. Will you be able to, I mean, raise these hogs and then sell them for money and then for goods? I mean, what kind of, I'm assuming that's what the business is. Is there going to be more to the business? Will I be able to like fish or is it just raising the hogs?
Yes, actually, like you can sell your hogs. You can sell it. You really can sell it for money, and then you use the money to raising more hogs, and then like in the you can find out some kind of a transformation. Your hogs can transform into the legendary creature in the story, and you will know why you want to use that one when you go through the story.
Okay.
Yeah, you can sell it. You can like uh, harvest the meat from this one too.
Oh, okay. All right. So something else that I thought about the hogs that I found on your website, you say that the hogs transform their shape based on the food they consume. Why?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, so this is something that you won't find in Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon. Why did you decide to add a feature like that, and how does it impact gameplay?
Actually, it's not happen in the early or in the middle of the and in what I want to say is the impact of that transformation is not is not have the player in the early or in the middle of the game, but it's really helpful in the late the late of the story.
Late
And then but
stages, okay.
yeah, yeah, and because of the when you feed the hog with the different kind of food, so you will see the shape of the hog shifting. So you will see it will growing from the piglet into the the hog, and if you feed it with specific kind of food, so you got the different outlook. That's what I want to make. I already make it into the game and to create diversity.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think because I just find out that's one why I am making I developed the mechanic for the hogs, so the hog will uh, the hog is have its life cycle, and then it's start from the piglet and become the hogs, but um, I think will be interesting when you can see the effect of the food you give to your animals. So that's interesting. And I'm not sure about the creator. I'm not sure about the other farming because I just see they have when you raise the animal, it just have the same thing. It don't have anything happen. It really happen. It's just some kind of numbers increase. What I want to do is create a the visual effect. I say um, create the visual growing of the animal.
Oh, okay, okay.
Sorry, my English is not my native language.
That's okay. You're doing great.
Yeah.
So you've kind of talked about, I think you
Uh,
mentioned
yeah.
earlier,
Yeah.
your friend had played the game. Have any of your family members played the game, or have you gotten them to play test?
Yes. This is one of my experience about testing your game before you release anything. So because for the scope of this game is it's not small, but it's not too big. So and then because I was I planned to make the game within the years or 2 years, so that's a really long time. So you don't want to take risk. You don't want to put every effort, every resource into one game because it's really hard to get the hit in for your first game. So you
Sure.
need people to play the games, give you the feedback, and then you continue improve your game, improve the features, and do some kind of enhancing the, let's say, uh, like uh, like they can give you the feedback about story about how they feel.
Right.
So I give the game to some of my friends, and then I do the testing after the I do that like 3 or 4 times, and then I get the feedback, and after the feedback I give it to the new ones, and then they continue to give me the feedback, and then I improve it like through 1 years, 2 years, and then until now I can like feel like confident to release it on Steam.
Okay.
Yeah.
So speaking of releasing on Steam, you've I think your Steam page says it's Q2 of 2021. Do you have a date on when you're releasing it, or is it still kind of Q2?
Actually, like I want to, I have the specific date for the release, like on the June 2021, like maybe around like 19 or 20. I
Oh,
want to
okay.
release on that tab too. Yeah, so you will like you will have the chance to play the full version of this game very soon.
Very soon. Yeah, you've in about a
Yeah.
month.
Yes, and then right now is the real time. I have to like put every effort to fix every bug, um, clean everything. But like like solo developer, so you have to do QA by yourself,
Right.
and this is really a challenge for this game because like you have to like like you have you need to spend 8 hours to complete the whole story, and then when you find out something like some kind of bugs relate to the story or some kind of bugs relate to the features, and then you fix that one, and you don't know what will happen, and then you have to like start from playing the game from beginning, and then you go through the game. Like you have to spend like more hours to play that one too. If you know what I mean, like it's
Yeah.
really painful. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think you've answered all of my questions about your game, Hogvalord. Do you have anybody you want to thank? Any sort of shout outs? Anything like that?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I need to say thank you to my 2D artist. She's contribute a lot into for the character design. You can see like they are very cute, very interesting. She helped me a lot with that one and with the items in the games, and she also give me many feedback to improve the story. And other friends is like Roman. He is the 3D artist, so he also like gave me his free stuff too.
That's awesome.
And yeah, and other people like give me the feedback to like my friends in the US. My friend is Vietnam, and other friends. Many people like like, if you do something like in 1 years or 2 years, and you go out and meet other people, so you have a lot of things to you want to say thank you.
It's okay to say, thank you everyone if you want to do that. That way,
Yeah,
if
thank you
some
everyone.
yeah, if somebody contacts you, you can say you were included.
Yeah. I also want to say thank you, Slag. Thank you to you too.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
yeah, how to say your name? Like
Uh,
Slag. No.
on yeah,
Slag
on Reddit,
on
I'm
the channel. Yeah.
yeah, on Reddit I'm Slagathor. which has been,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is
Well,
a dumb name, and I need to change it. But
I think it's like like I really like that kind of name like Slagator.
yeah,
Yeah, the last time is like similar with my game Hogvalord or something like that.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Thank you for having me with this interview, and then thank you for giving me the chance to share my experience, and then like introduce my game. Yeah, thank you a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to say, I liked it. I was a Hogvalord. It's on. You can find it on Steam. I think you also have hogvalord.com, right? Yeah, hogvalord.com coming out June 20th. Is that what you said? 19th or 20th of 2021?
Yeah, that's around 19 and 20 in June 2021.
Perfect. Yeah. So coming out here pretty soon. I'd say to anybody who's listening, if you like the game, like Stardew Valley, I might even throw Terraria in there. If you like Harvest Moon, this game's right up your alley. Go check it out on Steam.